Can we talk about one of the most damaging consequences of people pleasing that no one really talks about? It doesn't just make it harder to set boundaries, it makes you lose your sense of self. And this is because when you spend years since you were born becoming who everyone else needs you to be, one day you will wake up and realize that you don't actually know who you are. You know what your parents wanted, you know what your friends expected, you know what society rewarded, you know what made people stay, you know what kept the peace. But do you know what you like, what you've always wanted, what makes you happy? I didn't think this is especially common in many Arab families and immigrant communities, unfortunately. For many people, it's something that's been passed down from generation to generation. The previous generation often learned to keep the peace, to sacrifice for others, to put everyone else's needs above their own, that it was the right thing to do, etc. So naturally, this passed those values from that generation over to their children and so on and so forth. Now, of course, I'm not blaming them. Those values often came from a place of love, sacrifice, and survival. The problem with this is that if no one encourages you to ask yourself what you want, it's extremely easy to lose sight of who you are and to not even know yourself at all. So somewhere along the way, you stop and you start asking yourselves the right questions, the important questions. What kind of life do I want? What kind of people make me feel valued? What hobbies do I actually enjoy? What do I believe in? Who am I when no one's telling me what to do or who I should be? But having said that, people pleasing isn't just saying yes when you want to say no. It includes things like choosing careers to make other people happy, staying quiet to avoid conflict, hiding parts of yourself so that you'll be accepted. Of course, as is common with our immigrant communities, making decisions based on other people's expectations to make them happy as opposed to yourself. And this takes us all the way over to healing. Healing from people pleasing isn't just learning how to say no, even though that is extremely important. It's about spending years discovering the person you always wanted to become but never had a chance to become. Have you ever realized that a decision you thought was yours was actually based off of someone else's expectations? Let me know in the comments below.